Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Old World Tech Fridays. I am Frodo Jedi, and I'm joined by my co-host, Ryan of Everything's Broken Garage, and Trina of Trina's Technobabble. How was everyone this evening?
Good.
Good. It's good to be here. I can't remember the last one I've been on.
Well, I've been holding the fort while you guys have been sleeping and busy.
We've been on hiatus.
So
sorry.
Work's
been crazy, and it's been draining my social battery. Like, I don't want to do anything after work. I'm just like, bleh.
Exactly.
No, I get
exactly
it.
What you mean. Oh man, let's see who's in the comments today, Trina.
Do you want me to go through it? Yeah, sure. We have Curtis Boyle of the infamous Coco. I'm sorry, did I fall asleep? Nation stream. We have Cass, Retrotech Chris, Eric's Edge, Eric Wrangle. Will the real Eric please stand up? And I think that's it. And yes, the Old World.
Scarlet.
Oh, sorry, Scarlet the Four-Eyed Kudo. Sorry, Scarlet, didn't mean to miss you. And yes, the Old World is Romulus.
Yeah, I think Bruce is streaming this evening as well. So.
Okay.
He is, yeah.
Could be
but see, unfortunately, where Bruce streams, it's upside down. So watching the stream is very bad for your head if you live in North America. So
unless you're trying to decompress your spine, and then you're hanging upside down,
and then you're just Frank from MASH.
That's right. Absolutely.
Exactly.
So let's start things off by this day in tech history. February 19th, 1987, in the beginning, Apple.com was created. The internet domain Apple.com is created. Note that this was a full 4 years before the World Wide Web was launched, or Microsoft.com was registered.
Wow.
So that was an interesting one. February 19th, 2008, HD DVD surrenders. The war over high-definition successor to the DVD ends when the supporters of the HD DVD format discontinue it. The Sony-backed Blu-ray format had garnered the support of many players in the industry, leading to the demise of HD DVDs. Let's see. February 20th, 1962, John Glenn becomes the first American to orbit the Earth, riding aboard the Friendship 7. Glenn orbits the Earth 3 times in 4 hours, 55 minutes. NASA accomplishes the landmark by using an IBM 7030 stretch supercomputer. Staying with space-related things, the Space Station Mir is launched. February 20th, 1986, the Soviet Union launches the core module of the Mir space station. The core module will provide living quarters for the cosmonauts, including a gallery, cooking segments, storage, individual crew cabins, and personal hygiene area. And 5 additional modules will be launched between March of 1987 and April of 1996. So that was pre-ISS, space living.
Right.
Let's see. Edison patents the light switch, sort of. February 21st, 1893. Thomas Edison receives 3 U.S. patents on this day, 2 of which were, in essence, the first light switches, cut out for incandescent electric lamps. U.S. patent number 491,992, and stop device, U.S. patent 491,993. Let's see. The first burglar alarm was installed February 21st, 1858. The first electrical burglar alarm is installed by inventor Edwin T. Holmes in Boston, Massachusetts. It was a very simple system that rang a bell if the door or window was open. Let's see. February 21st, 1878, the first telephone book is issued in New Haven, Connecticut, by the New Haven Telephone Company. It lists 21 names. You probably have at least twice as many names in your cell phone today. First presidential radio address was February 22nd, 1924. The first presidential radio address delivered by Calvin Coolidge, broadcast from the White House. The talk is carried on 5 stations with an estimated 5 million listeners tuned in. February 22nd, 1997, in Roslyn, Scotland, scientists announced that they have successfully cloned an adult sheep they named Dolly. The cell used in the cloning came from an adult sheep's mammary gland, hence the name Dolly, as in Parton, no joke. Let's see, February 22nd, 1999, the first internet bank of Indiana opens, becoming the first full-service bank accessible only through the internet. Who knew it would take a couple of Hoosiers to start the first internet bank? And that's this day in tech history.
Awesome.
So, let's see. We had a few other people pop in, looks like.
Yeah, we had Retro Techie and Gut Bomb.
Awesome.
Oh, and Starbuck Tech. Sorry.
Oh, good.
I'd Starbuck Tech.
Oh, yeah, I see we jumped up from like 6 or 7 to 11 viewers, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
A whole 11. Wow.
So,
and Mark is there.
Mark.
Or Mark, as I refer to him as.
Yes, well, and I did as well in voice chat last night, but the handle says iMark, so.
That's right. So, what do you guys got going on this evening?
Well, do you want to see what I picked? Do you want to see what I picked up today at work?
Yeah, let's see. What'd you get?
Okay, hold on.
Sure.
I had to go in and edit the photo because.
Is it another cat?
It's not. No, jeez, no. My name is Starbuck Tech, so no.
Is it a sick child? Did you pick up a sick child at work today?
No, but I picked up something from. I did pick up. I did pick up something from said sick kids.
All I can think of is the segment on Family Guy with Ollie Williams. Who wants this dog?
Yeah.
Okay,
Who wants a sick kid?
Share this. Yeah, I had to, while you were doing this week in tech history, I'm like, I realized there's identifying stuff on the boxes in the background. So I went and quickly in GIMP and went, select all the stuff and block it out.
Yeah, so you stole it from a sick kid.
This is what I stole from a sick kid. It has an Intel Celeron inside, and it's a socket 1. So possibly upgradable to a P3. It has 2 optical drives, a zip drive, and a floppy. And I'm going to ask Monday, with one of the techs that have been there since Christ was a cowboy, if at some point did Sick Kids and A Open have a contract together, because everything, the case, the motherboard, the power supply, A Open.
Huh.
So Trina, as I mentioned previously, or we were discussing previously before the show, A Open is actually Acer's like build it yourself OEM line. So I would say chances are a computer store in the area had were basically reselling A Open boxes, and they got the contract for sick kids because A Open would sell to like your mom and pop local PC builder, and they would sell just cases, or they'd sell a full computer. You could buy a whole computer from them, minus the Windows licensing. So, but A Open made some pretty interesting stuff. I can smell the capacitors on that motherboard right now.
Well, so I looked at before I brought it home, because I'm like, I'm not bringing home a computer with bad capacitors, because I haven't done my soldering that I said I was going to learn. I was going to learn this year, so yeah,
it's still early.
There's no every capacitor, none of them are popped. So
that's good.
Yay!
Because that is right. That is right in the beginning of the capacitor plague, right? Those socket 1 and socket A boards were very early. But if it does have a socket, A or socket 1, the Intel, I have a box of cards for those. I might have a
Well,
Pentium 3.
I'm just going to literally make sure it boots because the board has ISA slots on it, and the last time I had an ISA board, it sold for over $100. So there's gold in that case. That's the only reason I brought it home.
Point of order.
Yes.
Are you planning on parting this out and selling it then, or are you going to build a computer to keep? Okay.
I'm parting it out.
Gotcha.
I literally don't care about the optical drives, the zip drive, anything else. Just the board.
Okay.
I'll take the zip drive.
Okay. Done deal.
Mint.
Since I'm still waiting for my motherboards.
Oh, they're in a box. I just got to ship it. It's been just one of those few weeks. You know how it is. I also had some things this week.
And don't forget to include those things that I asked you about. The battery thingamajiggers.
Right, sorry. I was like, did I promise her candy? I feel like I might have promised her candy.
Me?
And you also promised candy. You actually did. Legitimately.
I will say that the candy was delicious. I got candy.
Yes, I will send you some more. It's Newfoundland. We're very fat and we like candy.
Diabetes, please.
So I got a few things this week in at the auction. They're more. Nice. They're not really computer, but they're computer adjacent. We'll say. So I'm just going to show it real quick.
I love how Frank and I were thinking the same thing. Because I went to go make Ryan big, and you already did it.
Grande.
You see these spools of cable?
Yep, cable.
In this box over here. Yeah. So those are about 2,500 feet of Cat 6 and Cat 5. Jesus, and the big spool on the bottom is 1,400 feet of 12 pair fiber. That spool on the bottom is 1,600 feet normally, and it sells for just over $4,000.
Sweet.
I paid $30 for everything.
So
nice.
We see the hood up. What's in there? What do you got working on?
What's in the hood? Oh, this is my 2000 and you can't really see it, but hold on, I'll put the hood down.
Now you're out of focus.
You see a boot?
Oh, there we go.
Hold on, we got to focus up here. Come on, focus. So that is my 2005 Passat wagon, diesel wagon.
Like it. The one I took
that's.
And now you're
Yeah, now you're blurry. Oh,
there we go. Yeah. Stop putting your hand up. And apparently Eric saw a boot.
There's several boots. There's a boot on the wall over there. Boot. No, there's a boot on the wall.
I see a pair of boots back there under the Princess Auto bag.
Princess Auto bag. There's a pair of rubber boots there too. Yeah.
Yep.
You can't go more than 5 feet in this garage.
This is like I Spy. What else we got here?
Yeah, or where's Waldo?
Yep.
Oh, by the way,
so what else do you get?
Can you give us an update on that iMac that came from the cigar smokers?
Still running, and surprisingly not as dirty inside as I thought it was.
No, that's the one there to the left. Yeah. Our left. Yeah. Well, I guess it'd be your left too.
You can tell Cass is a Canadian.
Hey, Cass.
Because Cass went ha 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 Princess Auto.
I like Canadian Tire too.
But none of the Americans understood what Princess Auto is.
Me, I look close enough.
Princess Auto is our version of Harbor Freight. Is the easiest way to explain it.
Yeah.
So that's all I picked up this week. But I do have some things I'd like to talk about. If I could have a soapbox to stand on for a few minutes.
All right, you do that. I'm gonna go get a sandwich because my sugars are going low. But I'm still going to be here. I'm just going to take the laptop with me. Just going to turn off my camera.
Ever notice how Trina always leaves when her sugars get low? And it's always when I want to talk.
But I'm still here. I'm just turning off my camera. So I'm still with you.
I cause diabetes. I'm so sweet. That's why. So I'm gonna
It's because
we're going to do a little news.
I keep licking you. That's why.
That's gotta be it. I'd bet money on it.
Anyway, on that bombshell, we're going to start a new segment. It was requested a couple of weeks ago that I maybe talk a little bit about some current tech news as opposed to maybe some retro tech news. So I've done 10 little snippets of tech news for this past week, and I'm going to run down through them real quick. So, first, OpenAI Sora tools. So, OpenAI unveiled Sora this week, a groundbreaking text-to-video tool. Trina,
Yeah.
Trina, mute yourself because it sounds like Darth Vader is making a sandwich.
Sorry.
I got
it. There we go. OpenAI unveils Sora, a groundbreaking text-to-video tool. It allows users to create short videos by simply providing written commands. Sora leverages generative AI to transform text into engaging visual content. Sora could revolutionize content creation, making it easier for creators, marketers, educators to produce compelling videos without extensive video editing skills or having to shoot on location for 30-second snippets or 10-second snippets or whatever. I've seen a couple of videos made by it. It's some pretty cool stuff. I mean, it's still very AI, so it needs to be polished, but there's some pretty cool stuff happening. Second thing, Apple is in trouble with the EU again. Who would have known? European regulators are poised to impose a hefty $500 million euro, I should say, fine on Apple. The investigation centers around allegations that Apple intentionally hindered third-party music services on its device, potentially violating antitrust laws. This was actually brought forward by Spotify. The fine underscores the ongoing scrutiny of tech giants' practices and their impact on competition within the digital ecosystem, within their own digital ecosystems. Now we're going to go a little bit outside our solar system here, talk about the brightest object seen in all time. So astronomers made a remarkable discovery, an object that may be the brightest in the universe. It involves a black hole voraciously consuming a sun-sized mass every day. The intense energy emitted from the cosmic event sets it apart. Understanding such extreme phenomena helps us unravel the mysteries of the universe and help us understand the behavior of black holes. Because I didn't realize this, but you don't see black holes. You can't see them because they suck up everything around them. So we have to see how they interact with things to actually understand them. So this is kind of cool.
Point of contention. Sorry, yes, you can see holes, and even in the dark,
not black holes.
You can still see black holes.
No,
I'm just saying, if it's dark enough, you can still see.
No, it's not the same thing, Trina. Trina, do not put your finger in the black hole. That's all I'm saying. It's a great way to be dematerialized. On to a more lighthearted topic. Seniors are embracing virtual reality. So it's not just Gut Bomb. There are other old people who are using VR, apparently. Whether they're soaring over virtual hills or playing with digital puppies, VR provides entertainment, cognitive stimulation, and a sense of adventure for older adults. VR technology can enhance seniors' quality of life, combat loneliness, and offer novel experiences beyond their physical surroundings. It kind of reminds me of back in the day when the Wii came out, and all the seniors' homes got Wiis so they could bowl. Instead of going to the bowling alley in the seniors' complex, they just did it in front of their television. So, same idea, but virtual reality. On to some security news. Law enforcement agencies successfully disrupted the notorious ransomware group Lockbit, responsible for cyber attacks worldwide. BitLock extorted victims by encrypting their data and demanding hefty ransoms. The ransomware attack. This operation is a win for the ongoing battle against ransomware, safeguarding businesses and individuals from extortion threats, usually found as EXE files off Discord servers embedded in PDFs from potential providers of YouTube revenue, let's say. Singapore kicked off its air show. It kicked off its air show this week, the largest air show in Asia, commencing with thrilling aerial displays. Noticeably, the Chinese C919 airliner took center stage, showcasing advancement in aviation technology. It's one of China's first major, airliners that's not a North American brand or European brand. The air show provided a platform for aerospace companies to exhibit cutting-edge aircraft and technology, fostering collaboration and industry growth. In a little bit of video game and news, some video game actors are allowing AIs to clone their voices. While they appreciate the efficiency, they also express concern about AI replacing them entirely. Balancing the authenticity and automation is a delicate challenge. The intersection of AI and entertainment raised questions about creativity, ethics, and the future of voice acting. I know this was a bit of a point of contention recently with the strike from the writers and actors in Hollywood. They were having some similar concerns about whether or not they could be, ousted from their jobs. But I know, for example, James Earl Jones sold his voice to Disney, or specifically Lucasfilms, I guess, so that he could, should he pass, still be used as the voice of Darth Vader for future generations. So there are some positives and negatives there. Biden's investment in computer chips. The Biden administration has allocated $1.5 billion to semiconductor manufacturer Global Foundries to be able to produce domestic computer chips in New York, Vermont, boasting national security and supply chains. Strengthening chip manufacturing capabilities is crucial for the industries reliant on semiconductors, from smartphones to automobiles. Now, I got two more. I did 10 in total. Two more. U.S. lawmakers expressed concern about Americans' lagging position in the biotechnology between the United States and China. Biotech innovations drive medical breakthroughs, and maintaining competitiveness is vital. Investment in bioresearch, talent, and infrastructure is essential for national health, economic growth, and scientific leadership. There's currently an ongoing battle between China and the United States in this. Biotech always concerns me because of the ethics related to it. And I feel like having less moral and less ethical governments will always try to prevail in such battles. So I'm not sure how well the United States is going to compare, but we'll see. And some sad news. The CEO, ex-YouTube CEO, son has passed away today. Tragically, the son of a former YouTube executive has passed away at UC Berkeley. So our thoughts and prayers go out to the family at this difficult time.
That's
what else do we have? And some retro tech news. 2014 apparently is the year of the retro computer. This year is shaping up to be a celebration of all things retro in the computing world. So you heard it here first. 2024 is not the year of the Linux desktop. It's the year of the retro computer. So be sure to take out those Amigas, those Atari 400s, and those old compact computers you have, your old Macs, and give them some love over the next year. And that kind of brings us to some interesting news, which is it's almost March. So you know what that means?
Marcintosh.
It's nearly spring. And it's Marcintosh. So be sure to cue in on Sunday when the Retro Repair Roundup is going to have a very special Marcintosh edition with a special guest. And yeah, so that's all I wanted to talk about. I didn't actually see the comments while we were talking. Has anyone said anything juicy?
Just a bunch of
your audio
Clive Sinclair.
and video is out of sync.
Mine's not.
Yes,
Your
it is.
internet must be bad.
It looks fine on my side.
I can see that it's out of sync on mine, and
just a little
RetroTech
bit
saying the
too.
same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see it just a tiny bit as well.
Oh well.
What were you talking about, Clive Sinclair?
What about Sinclair? Oh, well.
Nothing. You asked about comments, and I just making stuff up.
Oh, sorry. I didn't say anything about.
It is official. Eric Rangel is a Romulan. Because he said ethnics, technics, and I'm like, that is spoken like a true Romulan.
That's where I'm concerned with when it comes to like biotech. Is like, Elon Musk is doing his own thing. He's not doing it in the United States because of ethical issues. And let's be honest, I don't think China has a track record of anything ethical. So when it comes to a battle between the United States and China, I feel like China's going to win because, they'll just use some executed prisoners to do their biotech.
Okay, but if they're executed prisoners, unless they have the technology that they did in DS9 to bring back the Vorta, They're dead.
Trina, the Borg are both living and dead.
Let's see. What else do we have going on? Anything new? I see a lot of articles about people sending back their Apple Visions, which, to be honest, a lot of these people only bought them to do the review, and like you knew they were going back anyway.
Right.
And I guess
a lot of people bought
numbers of returns.
Have you?
We talked about this last week.
Is there a number out there of how many have been returned?
40% I saw.
That sounds a bit high. That sounds a bit high, even for just having those who bought them for reviews. That still sounds a bit higher than just the reviewers.
But it's just not reviewers. Tech bros bought them. People who thought they were going to have all these launch day apps, and then realized they're not going to be usable for another 6 months. If ever. Right. At $3,400, a lot of money to just have it sitting on a shelf waiting. I don't see it. But I hope Apple proves me wrong, which they probably will.
Says return rate above average. Let's see what the rate is.
I believe I saw the 40% on Reddit, which I obviously take with a grain of salt because it's Reddit.
Yeah, sometimes though, as I was explaining to the person that I had my doctor's appointment with yesterday, sometimes you can actually find grains of truth on Reddit. So it depends on the sub, really.
It says close to average. So
doesn't it always, Trina?
Yeah. No, fair enough.
Yeah, it says close to average because I think
I'm making a sub joke because
people have about 14. I think it's a 14-day return period on those. So you got 2 weeks to try them, do your video review or whatever for YouTube, and send them back.
It depends because you could, depending on where you bought them and what you bought them with, you can have a longer return period, right? Some visas offer longer return periods, right?
And by the way, Eric's Edge would like his Vista Mac 2 and a flying car.
Okay, I'll get right on that. Did you happen to see the? Oh, that was the other thing I want to talk about, and I'll just pull it up here. I threw it in Discord.
Whoa!
A second here.
Don't go pulling things up. It's not that kind of stream. I think the Vision had most.
Not even going to try to. No,
not even going to go for that low hanging fruit.
Nope, not even going to try.
Okay. Curtis Boyle said that I think the Vision had the most of the review units return rather than paying $3,500. The developers probably kept
that makes
them.
sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And so the other thing I want to show is I'm going to share a screen. Share my screen.
But I'm sure that's expected, though.
So this showed up this week at our everybody's favorite.
Before you start talking, we can't see it.
There we go. This showed up today, this week at everybody's favorite overpriced auction house. R&R Auctions is auctioning off an Apple VideoPad 2 prototype mock-up. So this is it's plastic, and that's about it.
What the heck was a Apple VideoPad 2? I never
now
heard
was
of
this.
thing.
So it was going to be.
Was this made by the same
some sort
people
of communication?
Was this the same people that made the Click Chameleon?
No, this actually is real.
Okay.
So basically, it was a video pad. It's a unique concept from the early 90s. It's sort of the predecessor to the iPad. The idea was that it was part Newton, part video phone.
Interesting.
So if you look at the
ports,
if you look at the ports on the back, you have like an Ethernet or wired
modem.
phone jack in. There's an output for television, which I assume you would set this up with a TV, so you could do video calls, speaker out, and a display out of some sort. And then on the side, there was what appeared to be a PCMCIA type slot.
Yep.
I don't know what this one here is. It almost looks like and I'll show. Where's my? Oh, it's over there. It looks like the SCSI port on the back of a PowerBook.
Oh, like the HT30? HT30?
Yeah.
And by the way, where's Garth to comment on this? Because wasn't he working there at the time?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
You can see, like on the back of it almost looks like a HT30 port, right? That's the vibes I'm just getting from it. But yeah, it's a really interesting piece of tech. But I don't know, like, apparently it was purchased by an Apple employee in 1999, and it's been in their private collection ever since. And they're only now trying to offload it. But it comes in a bag that clearly I believe that's a Newton logo.
Yep.
It looks like a Newton
That
logo.
is. Newton logo. That's not a bag. That's a satchel. It's a satchel.
A satchel, sorry.
Cass
Right,
is asking if you can show the symbol on the port again, please.
I don't know if there was a symbol.
There's no symbol.
It's just
there's an Apple logo above it.
Yeah.
But it's just a hole.
Surface, yeah.
All right.
It's just a hole, Cass.
just a hole on the surface, and that's an ups.
That's
you see, that's got an embossed Apple logo there.
That's fancy.
Right.
See,
and then the inside of it.
At first, I kind of thought like maybe the bottom part was translucent to put on like one of those overhead projectors. Where
no, but that's where that's Newton's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's the Newton screen. That's the screen of the Newton, and then I'm assuming there would be just the video display up here of some sort of probably like low quality grayscale who you're talking to, right? And then speakers, and I would imagine this is a video camera, and there's probably a microphone hidden under these speaker grills.
That's pretty cool,
right? And then I would assume this hole over here is for a stylus. You know, the Newton stylus would sit up in the
or not whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. Anyway.
Was there ever a because this says that this one says that it's a 2. Does that mean there was a 1 released at some point? Because I've never heard of said
item. Don't know. No, these were specifically like if there was a 1 release, it would be released because this is a mock-up. It's not like they ever came to market with a 1. I think they might have just called it VideoPad 2 because it has the Newton on the bottom and the video functionality on the top. I think that might be where the 2 comes from.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering.
So anyway,
that's where I was coming up with the 1. I'm like, was there? I don't remember this thing. So
I'll paste the link to it in the chat. So if anybody wants to go see it,
okay,
they can go look at it themselves.
So The Verge had an article from 2021. Rare Apple VideoPad prototype scrapped by Steve Jobs set to be auctioned. This device is projected to bid up to $12,000. Developed between 93 and 95 with VideoPad 1 and VideoPad 3.
Okay.
The only 2
so there just must be
showing to the
different
public.
Versions.
Yeah. So I wonder if this actually sold or not.
No, it didn't. So Eric says there was a conceptual phone station with a handset and touchpad. I bet the 1, 2, and 3 were just different versions of the same thing in different footprints. We'll say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It says it was a Scully idea. It was a Scully idea.
So here's the link to that other one from 2021, in case anyone's interested.
Do you want to throw that up? Can you throw that up in the private chat, right, Frank?
Paste.
I am having just to let you know, I'm having a problem with Frank tonight, and nothing personal. I just can't seem to remember his name.
He was Gut Bomb earlier.
He was Gut Bomb, and then he turned into Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
trying to refer to him as Daddy at one point, which was kind of awkward.
True.
Well, that's because that's what I'm used to referring to him as on my OnlyFans page. So.
That's true. So let's see what else. Trina, did you get anything else neat this week?
Not really. I've been busy testing that huge stack of memory thanks to RetroTech Chris. I'm now on the
Nice.
DDR stuff. I still have some DDR2, but I need to get I only have so much room on my workbench. Oh, and I got a 17-inch just a VGA monitor, so now I can
Nice.
do testing of the memory on that, and also testing of the hard drives on the other end of the bench with my. So
Awesome.
I don't. I'm not stuck with just one monitor now on the bench. So.
Awesome. That's good.
And then somebody brought in a A1181. Everybody should know what that is.
Cool.
Without Googling it.
13.3. Yeah.
It's a 13.3
13-inch
inch
MacBook.
Core 2 Duo.
Yeah, 2006, 2007 area. First, it was.
Is it aluminum?
No, it's the plastic, right?
It's plastic.
It
White
either
or black?
came. This one is yes. It's a white laptop with a black battery. So it's kind of a combo deal. But somebody came with it this week and is like, "This is my personal laptop. I need the hard drive taken out, and then I'm going to throw the laptop out." And I'm like, "Hi, come with me."
Yes.
So I took the hard drive out for them, and they're like, "What are you going to do with the laptop?" And I'm like, "And this is what I'm legitimately going to do with it, because there is no hard drive or hard drive caddy. I'm going to give it away, but I got to test it first."
Nice.
And all I ask for is whoever wants it just pays the shipping.
Shipping.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sounds like a good deal.
Other than that, the only other thing I got in the mail this week was my motherboard for my Commodore PET. Rudy has officially fixed it for me and replaced any of the components that need to be replaced. And so I believe I'm going to attempt to do a reinstall of it on Dave's stream on Sunday. I think that's
awesome. That'll be perfect.
Nice.
Yeah. So I will be Commodore PET again.
I think I will be on Dave's stream testing memory until I feel like falling asleep.
So for like 5 minutes is what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, I did stream Monday for 4 hours before I was like, all right, this is getting boring to watch, and my mind's going to mush.
Well, in fairness, your mind was mush before you started streaming. So.
Well, yeah, true enough.
Cool. Well, I mean, this was a very concise episode this week. I mean, we're almost at the 40-minute mark here now.
It's been
trying to get back
crazy
into
busy.
Yeah.
I've been trying to think about new segments and new things to talk about. So I think we're going to continue doing some of the new news as well as some of the retro news.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, and if anybody has any suggestions for us, by all means, let us know.
It's a great time to take a nap and let Ryan go off and
soapbox.
Go off, you say. Ah, yes, my soapbox.
Yes.
Good times. But yeah, so what are you guys doing this week? Any plans coming up for Monday for the last week of February? I can't believe we're almost at March.
I know, right?
Into the lovely month that is Marchintosh.
It's been busy. Extremely busy.
Yeah, it's been busy for me too. Ever since the 1st of February, I've been working by myself. And I've been building like 16 laptops a day and deploying several.
But Trina, I got to say, HR has been receiving a lot of reports from your department. Apparently, you've been very inappropriate with yourself.
I don't have time to be inappropriate with myself. That's the problem.
Maybe that's why I complain.
Well, somebody's filling out these reports, so I don't know who it is who's filling out these TPS reports.
It's just the TPS reports. Ignore them.
But they show up in triplicate. Why are they in triplicate?
And by the way,
they're all stuck together.
I don't break that. I don't break many things, actually.
No.
Oh,
and I found a really nice book bag this week as well.
Speaking of tech news in our community, Joe posted earlier this week about his new venture. So that's awesome. And he's off to a very busy start, it seems like. So that's fantastic. So hopefully that continues to go well and grows, exponentially to where Joe ends up having to hire a bunch of minions. So that would be
Rudy.
awesome.
Hey, Rudy. See, Rudy's like Beetlejuice. I mentioned his name and he appeared.
Yeah. And then other tech news that I had seen earlier today was Gut Bomb posted. If anybody has anyone that's, any IT, what is it, front end development work or back end development work?
Development.
Front end development work. Knows of anybody hiring? Gut Bomb is looking for some work. I think he was looking for more so remote work, at least for now, because he might potentially be moving. So if anybody,
oh my God, his
knows of anybody,
his resume is on point.
Oh my God, I saw that.
Your resume looks fabulous. I love it.
Yeah, I couldn't view it at work because work blocks some links.
Yeah.
But I looked at it tonight and I'm like,
files.
oh my God, that's an amazing resume.
That's awesome. But yes, so if anybody knows of anyone hiring for any of those type of positions, then please, reach out to Gut Bomb, let him know. Should he be interested? So that would be.
Oh, and I
awesome.
also post it in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Because we were talking about Joe and Joe's site. Yep. Go to jcm-1.com. Go to the site, buy all the items.
And Joe's I think he's doing more of a managed service provider thing now, right?
He is, yeah. He's doing a.
So if you know any small businesses looking, thing. Yeah.
Well, he just signed, so apparently word got out that the company that he had worked for is basically no longer.
Yeah.
With most of his clients that he was dealing with, and one of them went and was like, how do we contact Joe? And then he remembered that Joe is Joe's Computer Museum. So he did a Google search and found his phone number. and then this was yesterday morning at like 8:00. Joe gets the first phone call. And then and then the guy just starts giving out the number to the rest of the clients. And he had 7 more people call. So
that's
he's
awesome.
in the process of getting them all signed up. And
good job, Joe. I'm proud of you, bud.
Yeah, I
cool.
Yeah. So I'm like, there you go. You had nothing to fear.
Yeah.
I know he was. I know he was worried
Rudy.
About. Oh, sorry.
No, I was going to say I'll give Rudy a plug. So anybody in Canada who wants to get any of their Commodore or Commodore adjacent things fixed, i.e., pets, C64s, Amigas, whatever, reach out to Rudy. He's great. His prices are phenomenal, and you don't have to try to ship it across the border, which sometimes can cause issues, as we're all aware. So yeah, if you need any of your Commodore stuff fixed, cannot suggest Rudy enough. He is fabulous and very focused and very much the kind of person who gives you like a play-by-play. I was getting messages every couple of days. Oh, I did this and I did that. And oh, he also does Apples as well. I forgot. Yeah, he does Apple IIs. Not sure if he does much of the Macintosh, but maybe he does. But anyway, for anybody in Canada land who needs any work done, head over to Rudy's Retro Intel.
Yep, absolutely.
And get your shit fixed. So
and
yeah.
I just want to touch on a question Retrotech Chris asked. Where can I read about Joe's new venture? I would say reach out to Joe on Discord, Chris, and just send him a private message. That would be the. I don't know if there's any official.
I don't remember seeing any name or anything like that. He just said that he was busy with new clients and stuff. So that's awesome.
But yeah, I would say reach out to him on Discord and just DM him, and he can.
And I think his website hasn't been updated yet, but I thought there was some discussion that he was going to add some of that detail on his JCM-1 website.
That might be,
I misheard that. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, it's all very exciting. I love our community.
Oh, and by the way, I want to make one plug here. Eric of Eric's Edge. For those of you who have not subscribed to Eric and his wonderful channel, go do that. He is streaming tomorrow morning.
Yep.
One of his recent gets. So
yes.
Yeah. Although there was a bit of confusion because apparently he had it at 9 p.m. tomorrow. After saying I'm doing it tomorrow morning, and then Garth is like, it says p.m. So.
Well, that's an easy thing
what you're
to
saying
screw
is
up when you're making the stream.
Yeah, I've done it before.
Caught a case of the Dave. He caught a case of the Dave.
A case of the Trina. I've done it myself, so fully understand.
Trina,
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
don't think you're wearing enough pieces of flare.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing any flare.
No, that's
Well,
the
you're wearing
problem.
a NASA hoodie. Yeah.
That's about it.
Cool.
I do have
Well,
I
guys,
do have a piece of flare on my work lanyard. Does that count?
Well, if you
Sure.
only want to do the
Did you steal it from a sick
minimum-
child?
No, actually I stole it from a nurse.
Nice. Moving up.
Even worse.
No, I legitimately said, "Oh," because she had like a pride pin, and I'm like, "Oh, can I get the pride pin?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure. Help yourself."
Well, is your work
You
like
stole
Disney?
someone's
You just
pride.
go around and take people's pins or swap pins.
Yeah, well, I had to go. This was a few months ago. Oh God, last year actually, and I had to go do a hard drive upgrade, and I just happened to notice she had this bowl of pride pins, and I'm like, "Do you mind if I take one?" She said, "No, go ahead."
So now NASA, what is that? North American Sex Associate? I knew
No
it.
comment on that one.
Oh, or sex advocate. That's what it is.
Sex advocate. There you go.
There you go. Sex addict.
It could be too. The possibilities
Yeah.
are endless. Possibilities are endless.
Also, I received this last week from Trina.
Oh yeah.
So that arrived.
It hasn't gone to
these.
It has to go to the person that.
He's yeah. What's his name? I think it's Jason. I think it's Jason. Yeah, Jason's coming to get it
you
tomorrow.
better know.
No, he messaged
Jason
me. He
Bateman?
messaged me earlier tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Jason Bateman. Yeah.
I thought so. That makes sense.
Great. But yeah, so he's going to take it. But then I get to keep the case. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it. I don't know.
Have you haven't opened it, have you?
No, I haven't.
No. Let's do a live opening because you'll see the rust.
Rust.
Because literally, as I took it off the shelf that it was on, rust fell out of it. So, because it was badly battery bombed.
Yeah, that happens frequently.
Are there no screws in here? There's no.
I don't think so. I think it's just on there, jammed on there.
Yeah, there's a trick with these. You beat the shit out of them until they fall apart.
It might beat the rust off it.
There it goes.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah, somewhere I have the screws for it.
Oh, I saw rust on the inside of that case right there at the corner. Yep. Oh
Yep.
yeah, it's got scabies.
Oh yeah, the battery had really blown up in it.
Oh, sure, it's not that bad, eh? That can be fixed. Just a bit of rust proofing and a bit of.
Throw it in the wash; it'll be grand.
It'll be fun. It'll be fine. There's no problem with that.
That reminds me.
No,
I need to send off the keyboard and mouse. Macintosh made me an offer on the keyboard and mouse that I accepted.
Oh,
and
awesome!
I have not shipped it off this week, so I got to do that this weekend for him.
Yeah, save it for the signatures. Those are rare, you know.
Yeah, right.
Right. I know what I got.
Somewhere I had the screws.
No,
for
I'm
that,
going
dude.
to.
Oh, I know where.
The
funny part is, Cass. The funny part is, Cass. They're in pill bottles that I labeled with a whiteboard Sharpie, so I could erase them later. So somewhere might not be readable at this point. They're in pill bottles that used to have markings on them.
Well, don't accidentally take them next time you need some.
I was going to say, Trina's going to get
rusted
some Tylenol.
screws will be
These aren't
great.
Tylenol.
These taste like rusty screws.
That's because they are rusty screws.
That's what she said.
Keyboard and mouse.
Yeah. No, yeah, I had the keyboard and mouse for it. And I'm like, what am I going to do with this?
Mouse.
And then,
Moose and squirrel.
Macintosh reached out to me on Discord in a private message and said, what do you want for them? And I said, make me an offer. I explained I had no way to test it because they came with that system. And the as you can see, it was badly battery bombed by all the rust.
You'll transition into a Mac if you swallow this. Canadian computer collector. Yo diggity.
Hello, hello.
Oh, it's Dan. Dan the man.
It is Dan the man.
Trina, I like how you left the hard drive in it.
Oh, did I really? I didn't even know.
Guaranteed that's not going to work.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was in there. I
That's
literally took the logic board and the analog board, shipped them off to Steve, got yelled at by Steve on one of my streams because he's like, "Did you
Why?
look at this under a microscope?" And I'm like, "I don't have a microscope." And then he showed me just how badly battery bombed it was. There's like one side of it's just completely shot.
Did he fix it?
No. I said he said it's not worth the time.
I feel Dan says I better be careful with the tubes. I'm just going to be as careful as the 8-bit guy and just like ream it against the side of something sharp because that's good for tubes.
That's best.
Yeah, see, it's a quantum 40 here.
Oh no!
Oh dear. Oh,
Butterfingers. Ryan dropped the soap.
Whoops.
Ooh. No. Stay bent over. I'll be right there.
That's why she left that hard
Squeal
drive
like
in
a
there.
pig. Somebody's getting our hard drive.
It rubs the lotion on its skin. It
On
does
its
what
skin.
it's told.
Else it gets set up. Anyway.
No, I didn't
That's
even know the
garbage.
hard drive was still in there, but yeah, it is what it is. Eric
Put it in
Rangel
the
says
incinerator.
Eric Rangel says to save the cable.
Oh yeah. Cable's gonna be safe.
Indeed.
But yeah, the case is
And
a wee bit rusty.
the floppy drive's still in there too, so that's good. Now I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I've been eyeing a oh god, what is it? A Mac M1 Mac Mini.
Mhm.
I might put it inside it
That'd be cool.
and then get like a screen for it.
Yeah.
Maybe, we don't know.
You should reach out to Kate. She was making some bezels.
Yes, she was.
For the 3D
And if I remember correctly, she was doing like was it old iPad screens with like a HDMI converter?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I might do that. Maybe we'll do like a weird Mackie cousin Canadian. Says sorry a lot.
Once you get dug out,
call it Princess Auto.
like once you get dug out in July, Ryan, I would take it out and like sandblast it off though.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. Listen, if there's something I know how to deal with in Newfoundland, it's rust.
Well, you can also it as well.
And snow.
What?
Oh, by the way,
mostly rust.
Just for the record, the 5 centimeters that we got the other last Friday is now all gone.
Yep. Oh, that's nice.
It was gone as of yesterday.
It's gone flaccid?
No, it's just we had yesterday. It was 10 degrees Celsius out, so we had some nice warm weather, which helped.
Yeah, it was warm here.
However, we look at Ryan here, and it makes me realize why I don't live in Newfoundland.
Yeah, too much snow.
Why? Because I'm here.
Well, that too.
I wouldn't recommend taking a sub there.
Jesus.
There you go.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. How do you get your mail? Because there's no path to your front door.
They don't need mail. Screw mail.
We don't get our mail. Doesn't come to the house. It comes to a community mailbox.
Okay.
Because lazy postal workers. I mean, I didn't say that.
It's like the old party line.
There you go.
Eventually, you'll get your mail.
Yeah, yesterday it was great. Yesterday, I took the day off, and I went out to buy a bookcase for some books about Mac computers. I got to be careful how I say that because the other day I said to Leo at work, who's our Mac guy, and I'm like, so I bought like 15 MacBooks, and he's like, what? Wait, what? And I'm like, oh, let me rephrase that. They're books about Macs. So, but we're having some issue with UPS trying to get them across the border. So I had to call UPS today and try to resolve that. So I'm hoping I was going to do an unboxing video, and then I'm like, because they were originally supposed to be delivered today, but yeah. Fun.
Yeah, so Canadian Computer. Dan says, yeah, they're changing everybody over to community mailbox. Community mailbox are fine. I have no problem with them. It's just ours are not really Newfoundland proof, so all the locks on them tend to freeze. So you end up having to wait weeks or days to get your mail because
what about using that? What about using that liquid lock defroster stuff?
Doesn't work. I usually bring this and just literally burn the shit out of my lock until it defrosts.
But yeah, how did the bookcase pickup go? It went. Actually, what's really funny is I called for a cab because I knew it wouldn't fit. It's a 6-foot tall bookcase, not going to fit in the car. Went out to pick it up, and then I had asked the seller. I said, "Do you accept e-transfer?" And she said, "Yes, I do. Here's my email address." And then when I was there, and I'm like, "What does MTA stand for?" Because it was at mta.ca, and she said, "Oh, it's a liberal arts school. You probably haven't heard of it, Mount Allison." And I'm like, "Ha, sure have." So it turns out we're both from Nova Scotia. So
I spent the summer at Mount Allison.
Yeah, met somebody else from down home.
You spent the summer mounting Allison?
Yeah, correct.
No comment. I thought you said.
And she has a delicious cafeteria.
Yes, she does.
That's all I remember about Mount Allison. But yeah, it does have a very good cafeteria.
But the nice part is I was able just to go out with my hoodie on. I didn't have to wear a coat. I'm like, oh, I'm loving this.
It has come to that time.
Although tomorrow, to make you feel better, Ryan, tomorrow we're supposed to have -17. So
it is supposed to be chilly.
Yeah, it's like it's like a horror's drawers right here. It's up and down all the time.
That's right. That's true.
No, that's par for the course.
That's just
it's
like
supposed to be 6 degrees tomorrow. It's supposed to be 6 degrees tomorrow, and then 6 degrees again on Sunday, and then it's going to be -4 on Monday. So
night, Rudy.
Night, Rudy.
Night, Rudy.
It's that time.
See, there you go. Look, we said, what are we going to talk about for 20 minutes? Sex and
weather,
rusty computer cases,
drugs and rock and roll.
All the good things.
So we're going to do the after party is going to be in the Discord. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us.
But just before,
if you haven't already punched that like button.
Thank you.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, don't forget to hit the like button, like and subscribe button.
Yes. We don't do anything other than Fridays, usually. Sometimes Trina and Frank don't do Fridays either. And it's just left to me to be here. So it's a win-win for everybody. But yeah, so hit that like button. You know, if you feel like subscribe. If you want to share it with your friends. Everybody have a fantastic night. And see
you next Friday. Bye.